A lot of experts believe that this is the burial cloth that Jesus was wrapped in after his crucifixion, which, if it is, means that this right here is basically a photograph of Jesus Christ. The Shroud of Turin is not a painting. Whoever this is, it's an imprint of the body onto the fabric. So if it is Jesus, shoot guys, this is kind of a big deal. This shroud is the most studied archaeological object in history, and no one can figure out how the image got imprinted onto the fabric. And here's one of the most intriguing parts of this to me. The first photographer to ever take a photo of the shroud was this guy. And when you just look at the shroud on its own, you can see it's kind of a face, there's a couple eyes and nose. But after the photographer took the image, he took it in the dark room to develop it, and he saw for the first time a photo negative of the shroud, which turns out as a positive image. Let me explain how film works. You get the super duper sensitive piece of film, and if any light touches it, it leaves a burn mark. Then you take a lens and you open the shutter for a split second, which burns the image onto the sensitive sheet. And the brightest parts of the image actually burn the film darker, making the brightest parts of the image the darkest on the film. So then you get what's called a photo negative. In order to see your image with the right vibes, you have to invert it. So when the photographer is developing this image, he sees the photo negative as a positive image because the shroud itself is already a photo negative. And when he took a photo of it and inverted it, as film cameras always do. How could a body leave an effect of a photo negative onto its burial shroud? Well, just one possibility is if that body just happened to radiate so brightly that it kind of burnt an image onto the fabric, leaving the brightest parts of the subject the darkest on the